well, I feel really strange starting off the show, but I wanted to actually start it off, and forgive me for the microphone, because I really don't know what I'm doing here tonight, but I wanted to start off, I got a disclaimer that I have to share with you, so I pulled this up, and I need to share this with you guys. Now, according to what I've heard, Cher, you know, that singer, actor lady, she readily admits to having breast augmentation surgery, eyelid surgery, a nose job, dentistry work, a facelift, and many other procedures. Now, the thing is, she readily, adamantly denies, and even had a surgeon attest to it in writing, she denies having any ribs removed. You know, these things, and has never had cosmetic surgery on like her cheekbones or chin or abdomen or buttocks or thighs or her lower legs. These are all rumors that have been circulating. So I just want to be able to get that out to you, because the first piece that I'm about to do tonight is a piece that appeared on video, and people had said things like, well, I really like that piece that was there. However, I think it's really offensive what you said about Cher. Because that's an urban legend. You shouldn't share stuff like that. And I just want to let everybody know that we all are aware that this is actually urban legend. It's just a myth. That this is just something that women will go through or will think of going through to try to make themselves look good to men. So I just want to give that little, you know, message out over that little disclaimer out there. No, Cher didn't have all these crazy things happen to her. So I just want to let you know in advance, because all I have to think is, you know, I'm thinking about these things. I'm thinking, when he met me, he told me I looked like Kim Basinger, long blonde locks. But as time went on, I knew I wasn't her, and I could never be her. And I was never good enough, or thin enough, or pretty enough. So I got a perm, I straightened my teeth, I bought the Wonder Bra, but it wasn't doing the trick. So I decided to get slim fast. I used that stair stepper. I ate rice cakes and wheat germ, but I wasn't thin enough. I only dropped 20 pounds. So I went to the spa, and I soaked myself in mud, and I wrapped myself in cellophane, and I bought those amino acid facial creams, but I knew they didn't really work. So I went to the doctor and got my nose slimmed, my tummy stapled, and my thighs sucked. Thought about getting a rib or two removed, you know, like Cher. But I figured they've got to be there for something. And hey, that's just going too far. Thank you. I just want to know something. Is there any chance that I could actually get rid of this accent and this wig by now, because I really can't take this anymore? Oh, God, did that on me? Hi there, everybody. Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Oh, she's got hair. She's not. Hi, thank you very much, and thank you everybody for coming out this evening. I really appreciate it. This first piece that I wanted to do tonight is actually a prose poem, and it is based on somebody telling me that I'm supposed to write something about sardines. And when I say flash fiction, like I said before, that just means really painfully short prose. So this is a really short piece of prose called The Apartment.
Did you pull out a can of sardines to have lunch?
He said to me. So I got up from my chair, I put down the financial pages, and walked into the kitchen. I knocked over some of the pages as I got to leave, and I stepped on the pages as I walked over to the kitchen. I realized he hadn't been listening to a word I had said. He had to look for a job. I had told him that before. This apartment is too small, and we still can't afford it. I put in so many extra hours at work, and he still can't even help out at home. There were dishes left over from last week in the kitchen. There's spaghetti sauce on some of the plates that are there from last week. I open up the pantry. I see canned corn and string beans. There's a can of peaches there in the back. I didn't even know it was there. I found a can of sardines in the back of the shelf. I saw him across the apartment as I opened up my can. We have to do something about this place. I said to him. I can't even think in this place. I'm tired of living in a cubicle. He opened up the funny pages.
Get used to it, honey. This is all we'll ever get. You think we deserve better? You think you deserve it? For some people, this is all they'll get. This is just the way life goes.
I looked at the can. I looked at the little creatures crammed into their little pattern. It almost looked like they were supposed to be that way, like they were created to be put in a can. The smell made me dizzy. I had to push the can away from me. I couldn't look at it any longer. And thank you to John Yackel for acting it out with me. I have to actually start, because there are a couple of women here, and because this is the theme for it, I have to start off with a joke. If anybody can come up with the answer, they can get this proof copy, because they will be out this week, of a Twitter-length poem book called Tweet, which I have even marked for my tweet poems I want to read in here. You can get this if you can get the name, get the punchline of the joke. Why was Helen Keller such a bad driver?
She was blind.
Because she was a woman.
Because she was a woman. Adam's over there, got it. There are things there are changes. Oh, he's getting an extra book, you dog. Yes, because she was a woman. Yeah, you know, we're in this woman thing, yeah. Yeah, you can see me ripping out woman stuff, so since I just changed, or just saved, thanks, John. I should thank our resident phenomenal musician here. Thank you very much, Mr. Sanders. He's phenomenal. And this next piece, which is a poem you would think related to that prose poem, but trust me, it doesn't. She walked to the thermostat again. It's hot in here, she said to him again, but the temperature still read a cool 68 degrees. He started complaining to her about something, like he did before, like he'd do again. She walked into the kitchen, turned on the sink, and splashed some cold water on her face.
Could you get some sardines while you're in there?
He said to her. And with that, without saying a word, she walked to the front door, grabbed her denim jacket from the front door, grabbed her keys from the coat rack from the brass hook, and just walked right out the door. She walked a mile and a half in the cold before getting to the empty field. The late November brought the first snow, and bits of ice clung in the early December night. She walked out to the grass and leaves and listened to them crack as she moved. The water she splashed onto her face before was now frozen. Her ears, her nose, the skin on her hands and her cheeks were turning red, then purple. The tops of her legs hurt from the cold. She walked to the center of the field. She sat down in the dirt. She smiled. She laughed. The moisture from her breath froze as soon as it left her lips. She hurt from the cold, and she laughed.